first question. Poverty lenses. For a 24-hour period, how living in poverty would influence you. I don't have 24-hour poverty lenses. I had my whole life, technically. Did not grow up rich. Poverty, I mean, depending on how you look at it and what angle you look at it from, I mean, to be honest, it's not good either way, but it's really about how you go about it every day. I mean, I grew up technically between staying with my dad, my mom, my grandma, a couple other people. Obviously, stuff wasn't easy. We didn't have everything that everybody else had. I got a lot of siblings, so that doesn't make it any better, having a lot of siblings and already in poverty. So everything was a lot different. We didn't have cars. We kind of always had to get dropped off places. Eating, when it comes to eating, we had to eat what my mom cooked, my grandma cooked, my dad cooked, or you don't eat at all. That's just how it is. They didn't have everything that everybody else had. My bad, I keep saying but I'm just thinking off the top. It really just wasn't the easiest, but I'll say a question I want to answer on here is how would this influence your identity and how you viewed yourself? I know some people view themselves kind of ashamed and kind of look at what other people got and like, damn, how they got that? How come I don't have it? I never really viewed myself like that. I mean, obviously when you're first growing up, it's, you kind of saying that, but that's before you understand. Like now I understand, where my people are coming from, how they grew up also, and I kind of took it in, to myself to do better. And I'll say that's how it influenced my identity, because I kind of just want to do better and become better at a lot of things that I know my people, parents probably didn't. And that's really the biggest thing for me. Not trying to vent to y'all. I know I said that. I feel like I already said that, but I'm not trying to vent to y'all, but the poverty question it's real easy to get into detail and just keep going and going, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. What will you have removed from your life in order to pay for the basics? I stuck with eating out. That's one of the basic things that everybody know. Eating out costs a lot of money. And as I said, my parents, say you eat what we cook and you don't eat it all. Plain and simple. They're not gonna give you money to go eat. If you working, whatever, cool, you got your money. But I'll just say eating out because it'll save you money and it'll put more money in your pockets to pay for the basics, as the question said. Question 2. Roger has privilege that Junior does not have. Describe an example of this privilege. One of the biggest things I did say that Roger have a car. It was a point in time where he asked Junior if he needed a ride somewhere. And at that point, you can basically just tell that Roger I guess basically more privileged than Junior do. Junior don't have a car, Roger have a car. And Roger also has a more, stable family. And when it comes to just having a stable family, that comes with emotional support, financial support. He can focus on his academics, all of the good stuff. And it's a lot harder that Junior came from a reservation and he cannot really focus on that. So that's obviously tough when it comes to that situation. Third question. Oh yeah. What privilege do I have and how does that privilege help me? I'll say the biggest privilege I have right now is that I'm on a full scholarship here at UNI to play football. And I'll say that my bad. How has that privilege helped me? I'll basically just say that it helped me get away from home, from Florida. Now I'm in a new state, Iowa, never lived here. So I get to experience a lot of things, that I didn't experience at home, even though it's not a lot here. My bad, from Iowa. Academically, get a degree, focus on school. It's a lot easier to focus on school. You're not distracted from a lot of things at home. So I'll say that's how it really helped me. How does poverty influence Junior? I still stuck with what I stuck with before in one of our previous book club, that Junior life and his identity is what is impacted by poverty the most. He's kind of really focusing on the two worlds between the reservation and then his just basically his everyday life and his dreams that he want to achieve. And it always leaves him as an outsider, as we talked about before. He's struggling with all his self-esteem and identity issues. And I'll say that's really how poverty influences Junior. And then for the adolescent's identity, the effect of poverty includes feelings of shame that Junior faces, and then he often grapples with how his circumstances affect his sense of self-worth and feels pressure to fit in with his peers at his school. And then he's struggling to create a sense of relationships with a lot of people that he's kind of not. What's the word for it? Basically, kind of a lot of people he can't really compare with, if that makes sense for you. And then describe Junior's trip back to the reservation to play basketball. How does this fit with Gordon's comment that weird people still get banished? How does your culture come from banished people that are weird? Or basically banished people that are weird, my bad. I don't know. I'll be quite honest with you. Banishing people that are weird. I feel like if you don't like somebody, you feel like they're weird, then they're weird no matter what culture you're coming from. I don't think that black people technically banish people for being weird. Just saying. So I'm gonna get that part out the way. But basically, how does this fit with Gordon's comment that weird people still get banished? I had said Gordon's comment that weird people still get banished comes from his experience with Junior. He feels out of place on the reservation where he's perceived differently due to his choice to attend an all-white school. His success at his school sets him apart, making him feel like an outsider among his peers back at home. And then this situation reflects to how communities can basically, what's that word I was trying to find? I'm gonna skip over that because I'm gonna blank out. But particularly those who aspire to something different or challenge to the status quo or social status that some people have that Junior does not have. And that is it.